Well, good morning, everyone. Let's take our Bibles to First Corinthians chapter number 12, and I want to share with you something I think that's going to help you be the very best you can be for God's glory. In fact, these spiritual gifts that are going to be mentioned in verse number 1, they're a big part of living in a way that pleases God. And so, just listen in as I read it to you, and maybe over the next several days we can clear up any confusion that might be surrounding this subject. And so notice verse number 1 is says, "Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you be ignorant." And so it's not something we're supposed to be ignorant of. It's not supposed to be something that we just randomly or haphazardly approach. It's something that we should be well versed in. And so you drop down to verse number 4 with me, and he kind of dives in. He says, "Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. And there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh in all." And so, first thing I want you to get is these are given to us by God. These are given to us for a godly purpose or a God directed purpose, and they are not to be something that brings any special attention to us. They are for the purpose of bringing special attention to God and to help people find their way to Him, and they are to be used for His purposes and His glory. There's going to be different ways that each person is going to administrate these or use these gifts. There's going to be a difference in just the very mixture of them in each individual person. So you can imagine how important it is for each of us to take our place within the house of God so that each of these diversities can be employed in the house of God to make it complete. Think about what would happen if someone withheld their part and we had to operate without that part. Later on in the chapter, he's going to be talking about these gifts as being intricate pieces of a working body. And so I want you to be prepared for that. But right now, just think of it this way: spiritual gifts are a big part, they're a blessing, they're a big part of living in a way that pleases God. And so Paul tells us from the very beginning, people shouldn't be ignorant of what these things are or what they're supposed to be used for. We're supposed to understand them because they're a part of our closeness to the Lord. And so over the next several days, we're going to talk about that. But just remember this: spiritual gifts, they're gifts from God that are given to us to be used for the purpose of pleasing Him. So today, whatever you believe your spiritual gift is, deploy it, employ it for the purposes of God, for the glory of God, because He's given them to us so that we can please Him. Have a great day.